Let's try a challenge run, because I'm just not in the... what seems like an easy one. That one's annoying. Damn it, man. Computer Savvy, I heard apparently this one's easy. Oh, yeah, this one's easy. So what do I have? I've got Spinbender and both technologies. I don't have technology 3 though. I mean, 0.5. I think that's what you upgrade level. I think the point is I haven't done any of these challenge runs. I don't get the items from doing them. I mean, that's just impossible to not. Okay, I'm taking damage pretty badly right now. It's 3 seconds before he shoots. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now shoot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I saw that. I died already. Okay, maybe I'm just begging. I may just be bad right now. So I think I'm probably going to forget the Lost for quite a few little while. And just do a bunch of normal runs, a bunch of challenge runs, a bunch of other kind of runs, and see how this works. Might as well pop in here. That's pretty bad there. That was worse. That was really bad. Like spam it. Let's destroy that. Blow this up to sky high. And then let's go fight our basement 1 boss. Hopefully it's like an easy one. Relatively easy. See, this single fight is pretty easy because of the people. Okay, it doesn't reach all the way. You can dodge him pretty well easily, but he always seems to when you don't need it, sorry. It always seems to be when you don't want him to friggin' shoot, like, go randomly and stuff, when you can't take damage, he always seems to do this random junk. And we do have a strength card to probably use it against our settler. I said 2 basement ones. Wait, who do we disperse? Oh, Dingle. Oh yeah, he's pretty easy. But he's probably the hardest basement boss, quotations. Oh, I forgot, I'm not lost. We can't blow this up there. We're doing pretty well. I mean, I think Computer Savvy is like one of the coolest things that the runs that they've got the ability to be really powerful and the ability to be really annoying. I think I'm gonna have fun with the really annoying ones, but until then, that's fine. Not really on a tangent mood actually, which is probably why this episode's going, because you have Christmas coming up. Are you like one of those people? I don't know. Okay, well here we go. Maybe one of those people that just and Christmas they just go, oh. Because, you know, they're just going to imagine, like, oh, I meant to hit anything. Okay, that was a bit annoying. Like, on Christmas, it's just, like, so much stuff to do. It's like, ugh, why do you bother? To a certain degree sometimes. I don't know. I kind of feel like that quite a bit. Pinky Eye is so good. How's traditions for you? Ugh, I don't know what that was. That was weird. How's traditions for you? Because for us, as in our family, like, we got traditions, and like, I've got two brothers, right, and they are really tradition focused, but I'm just like, who cares, right, yeah. And like, kind of really, like, what would you call it, like, flowy? Yeah, no, I'm not that, like, flowy kind of thing, yeah. But, like, I'm kind of like, you know, well, you know, whatever happens, yeah, there's no need for, anyway, there's, you know, there's no need, I don't know what I'm trying to say. We will pick up the little thing, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say, like, there's like no need to, like, stress about, all the traditions, make sure everything's, you know, with the specific traditions, everyone's like, it's gotta be perfect. I just took, like, a full heart damage. I only got an extra half on that. I'm sad. Like an extra half actually. I can't remember. But you know, everyone's like freaking out for traditions, you know, traditions, not traditions. Everything's got to be how it was 2 years ago, you know, all this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess. It doesn't mean I don't like traditions, you know. I like doing similar things, right? And it's quite nice to, you know, there's certain things, like having a Christmas tree is kind of an important tradition. I have spectral shots, like only, so it seems Technology 1 does not scale with spectral, but Technology 2 does. That's a weird interaction. I would say, I mean, it's kind of hard to, like, bug things like this, because you say, oh, that's bug. No, it's not really, because, I mean, there's no code that would have that in it, and maybe it did, maybe it's just like a spelling mistake or something. I think they forgot to put in that, but they put in Technology 2. I thought you were dead, mate. Two keys are really nice. Just, there we go, I think you can jump. This one's pretty easy to dodge. Honestly, I don't think I'm alone with the loss, because I mean, if you guys didn't know, I didn't even know. I think I tried a bit data mining, and I'll go on that in a second. But you know, I didn't know about Lost until I was watching Northern Lions video, right? And the Lost saying that Lost came up in that, and he's like, yeah, I know about it, guys. And I'm like, who's Lost? Comment section. Thank you for telling me. And like, I saw his first video of it, and he went so well. And then, you know, his second one, he went a lot worse. And watching like Nick play and stuff, all these other people play, you realize how hard it actually is. And even though I'm going, oh, I'm so bad at this, I think I'm not as bad as I'm saying myself are. I think I'm actually a little bit better than what I'm, you know, I'm so bad at this game. No, I think I'm a little bit in that. Than what I give myself credit for. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna blow that thing up. Thanks for all the batteries. I did see something about the batteries, and it said they would only appear if you have the space behind them. And I think that, and I was like, oh, that's good, because it means that you won't get a bunch of useless batteries. And then like, I guess I installed this. Because then, well, I mean, what if you guys spacebar halfway through, and you wanted to use it? Since it's so good. Oh my gosh. Holy guacamole. Yes. It's interaction. Look at this. I just have this like stream of yellow freaking lightning coming out of my freaking face. For data mining, I'm a Unity developer. I build games in Unity, and we might as well let's go out. And for me, right, I know quite a few. You know, it's really hard for people to mod the game. It's actually really difficult because. And you can't actually edit your personal data, right? Because it's under a file that only Unity can read. And you can't. It's not like. No, sorry. So you can download Unity and and so could probably like read it, right? You know, it's not something that you can just easily read. Wow, that room is amazing. I believe there's actually no way to read it. So for me, something like that is easy to hide. I can hide your personal data, I can hide all that stuff, but for me to hide images, it's still very easy. Since it's not like, the original Isaac where they just had a bunch of image files, right? They're all looked under a data file, like the new Isaac is, right? It's kind of like, I think they're called .a files. They probably made them up and then made it so the computer can read them. It takes ages for that kind of stuff, but it's not too bad because if the computer can decrypt them, you normally just create like a temporary file that is in a spot that the user cannot access. Maybe, I don't know. There's probably a easy way to do it. It's still very difficult, right? But it's probably a lot easier than what you would expect, maybe. And I mean, like, yeah. I've talked about Gun Record saying Isaac's actually a very difficult game in a lot of the coding processes, right? But also a lot of them aren't that hard, right? I mean, a lot of there's probably people thinking, oh, Champions is so difficult. They're not. I mean, you can tint something really easy, or maybe it's just Unity, right? But you can tint something very easily in Unity, right? Lighting it, you know, for me to tint something in Unity, it's like, oh, ding ding, you know, you just change the color of the, if every smite, every image access has the same kind of color, and that's the tint, and white's just kind of neutral, and then you can have more or less of whatever, right? And to a certain degree. And that's kind of the cool thing about it. And I do tint things quite a bit. So I mean, hey, well, there we go. No lesson for today. Oh, wait. Oh, wow, okay. Don't tilt. Yeah, reaction time's a lot worse. I mean, like, a lot of the bosses, if you look at them, you'd just have like a boss script that would have a patterns. And if I ever do Isaac as my series, I'll be going through all this stuff, and you just kind of had a pattern script, and you'd say, okay, how many patterns do you have? Okay, I've had 3. Okay, well, and then you would, you know, obviously you'd have a bunch of variables, the time between pattern 1 and pattern 2, which for the whole 3 seconds, and the actual interchange between them, whether or not you do any action, and then what you do is you create a pattern, and then you give it a pattern. So what would a pattern be? A pattern would contain animation for the thing. It would contain maybe an animation on an animation. Maybe you'd have an array of animations. That was pretty bad luck. You have an animation on animation. So maybe you want your character to move over, right? Which would be an animation. And then you want him to shoot laser, maybe like the horn. So you'd say, okay, move here, shoot laser. But let's say maybe you want to move towards the player if the player gets it. That's saying different, that's a behavior script, right? Then you can just access your pattern. When you do this, you just have to make a unique horn script or unique. That means I see these guys create stuff. No, these guys create stuff. Your patterns would be if maybe you probably still have a behavior script for every enemy. Hello, Amelia. But we would still have an animation script for every should get one. No, doesn't look like I did. You should probably still have an a unique script for every single I wasn't going to call them race in the game, but every single enemy in the game, slash whatever, you know, not like enemy like the little guys who shoot bones and stuff at you, you know, they would be different. But you would have for your big bad enemies, like templates. Yeah, we can run this. Then you hit a few times on it. You know, you can do it for your you know, all your bosses basically, alright? And then you need one, and then you just kind of like attach a script so you do it. So the and you just have to make sure like it's right. So that way it can most accurately have patterns the way you want it to. So you know, if the object is, you know, not attacking a player, then you can tell your pattern, okay, you can now do your patterns, right? So you'd maybe have a coroutine, you'd probably have a coroutine every 3 seconds, do something, a loop coroutine, okay, do this loop, but at the start of every loop, so if they start a loop, right, they wait 3 seconds, shoot, wait 3 seconds, shoot. What I would probably actually do is I'd probably do it differently. I would shoot 3 seconds, shoot 3 seconds, shoot 3 seconds, shoot 3 seconds. And the big difference in that kind of instance is that the big kind of circle of difference is that when you kind of do that shoot, you know, that means that what will happen is that you can do a check to see whether or not you're near enemy before you shoot. So instead of going waiting, okay, well I'm near enemy, so yeah, pull out the coroutine, you know, attack the enemy. It's a different attacking. Then when you go back to normal, then you go for another 3 seconds to attack or whatever, right? Where maybe when your patterns is not attacking, maybe when your patterns is creating creep or like you know, shooting or something. So you don't want to just kind of wait 3 seconds, stop, you know, wait 3 seconds, stop, wait 3 seconds, stop, kind of thing. Because if you do that, then you'll never place it down. If the player is smart enough to, you know, always get the mob's attention, then he'll stop what he's doing, attack the player, and then we'll never go back to doing what he wanted to do, because he'll have to wait 3 more seconds. If you do it at the start, once the player's done, he just starts the coroutine again, does an attack. And you go, well, what's the problem now is that if the player distracts him, maybe this is getting like way too deep, this thing. It's running where they're. I'm probably just gonna destroy it. That's fine. Doesn't do anything interesting. I'll just take it off my one. And this is gonna be a good pill. This is gonna be a good pill. I'll just stop this tangent because it's kind of gonna go on for a little while. I don't have all the time in the world to kind of explain stuff. Well, I do, but well, not all the time in the world. But okay. So I'm gonna go into this. This is kind of complex topic, and let's just kill these guys. mean, I'm just thinking, what if they made lost a challenge run? What would you say they would do? Now, this is kind of, you know, player-wise, what would you say they would do? Oh my gosh, I can go to Rush Rush. Let's go to Rush Rush. I think I'd rather that more than I can see forever. But, I mean, if you just look at it, if you were to say to a player, okay, we're going to give you item rooms so you can't take no damage, right? What's no challenge run? Pitch black. But can you have item rooms? Yes, you have item rooms. Purist, no item rooms. You have to get to Isaac. So say you can't take any damage, but you can have item rooms. Would you say that then you have to go, okay, you have to beat boss rush, you have to beat every single thing in the game to win that challenge? People are going to be outraged. Yet people are not really outraged enough over Lost. I think Lost needs to receive a big buff, even though I've said they're never going to do it, because they're going to be like, oh look, but people, you know, do it. It's like, shut your freaking face. That's not that people didn't really do the game you intended it to be. That's gonna happen. Everyone's allowed to play their own way. If people want to dynamite, even though I'm so goofy, I would say they're allowed to freaking dynamite, right? You know, ruining other people's fun. No, that's not great and shouldn't really happen. But I mean, it's like, well, yeah, but what can you do? This is gonna be a very long fight. Oh my gosh. I may not make it. Especially when there's like nothing that pops down. I'm trying to get the hand out, yep. Come on, hand, come on, freaking heck. Okay, we're gonna make it, just. Okay, we had to like basically suicide them. We're just gonna first do the challenge room, because why not? Oh, I'm worried. Since we don't get achievements, we're not going to. Since I just do not want to get it. Oh, how do you get technology 2.5 then? Well, thanks guys for watching. That was a very fun one. It was a very quick one. And we're going to keep doing these.